Hello, my name is James Rowe, and today I'll be reacting to the short horror film called MJ. If you haven't seen it or heard of the film, I will put a link in the description. But I've also made a snippet to show you basically what the film's about. So let's get into it. Basically about a girl named Marilyn Jane who attempts to find acceptance and purpose in an isolated and lonely post-millennial world. By attempting to create the perfect online image of herself, she also becomes increasingly disappointed by her real-life encounters. Jane then turns her peers' addiction to social media against them to drastic measures in order to pull herself out of obscurity. Welcome back, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that little snippet that I made. Now I'm going to be breaking down the film. If you haven't got the main message read, the main message is that by being isolated and lonely, you don't get accepted by people and therefore can lead to violence. That's basically the main message of the story. So let's get into it. Already you can tell in just the first scene, she's lonely just by just listening to the audio in the background, that music, it gives that lonely vibe. You can tell that she's trying to create this perfect online image by just listening to the camera click, 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 click. Um, just listening to that clicking sound shows that she wants to just get that one perfect image. The setting is very dark too, and it makes it look isolated, but also how they've done the camera angle. It's like she's been put to one corner. What I mean, it's not like she's not over there. The camera angle, it's like put into this one dark little corner. So by being put into this one little dark corner, shows that she's isolated. In this scene, you can tell a bit more about it. You know now that she's lonely and she's isolated. But now you get to understand that because and due to that, she feels a sense of not belonging. And you really get to understand that through how these characters that just come in have approached her. You know, they didn't even say hi to her, nothing. They just came, sat down, and didn't even include her in anything. They weren't like, oh, do you want to come here? Do you want to work here with us? Nothing. It was just excluding her out. You can tell, and you can really get to tell that she's upset by the colour she's wearing. She's wearing blue, and blue, if you don't know, symbolises sadness, and that's the kind of vibe you're getting from her. She feels insecure. You get this feeling that she feels insecure about herself, and you can tell by her facial expression. She doesn't look full of joy. She looks very sad. Going back onto those other characters too, you really get to understand a bit about them. You get to understand that these people like to exclude people instead of include people into things. Also, the setting's really dark too. It's not a very happy place. You know, everyone's kind of separated, and you really get to see that in the camera angle. Like Marilyn Jane is so separate from the others. Like you got a close up of Marilyn Jane, and then in the distance you got the other characters. The purpose of her being the first one, by the way, is to show that she's the most important character, and then you got the sub characters at the back. But by having this shot, it shows like they're distant and they're not really together. So you can see they go on this date, and really you can tell by the atmosphere. It's not a It's not a place that you expect a date to be. You expect a date to be vibrant, happy, full of bright colours, and here you got a date where it's full of dark colours. So not a typical date you would expect to go on.
I'm not sure it's exactly what I want to be doing.
In this scene, you can tell that none of these people want to be here. You know, he's on his phone. Like, you know, he doesn't care about her, and you know, she doesn't feel like she belongs. So it's like these two people in a room where they don't want to be. She's also wearing the color green, and it's at the moment it's like a neutral green at the moment. It's like she's just wearing green. It's not really evident to show like she's gonna be wicked or anything like that. But there is starting to become like a bit of orange on her face, a bit of orange, which could show evil, to symbolize evil. I like in this shot too how they've done it on a slight angle, so you don't just get to see fully his face, nor do you just get to see her face. You get to see both faces in between, so I like how they've done that.
I don't really know if I'm doing anything. Or accomplishing anything real. I don't know, maybe none of it's real. Okay, do you want another drink?
So you can, you know, he's just left her.
That's all.
So you can tell he was lying and just moving to the, you know, he didn't like her, you know, and instead of supporting her, that because she feels alone and therefore she doesn't feel like she belongs, instead of this guy supporting her and help making sure she was alright, he just leaves her, and moves to the next best girl, and you can tell he's not going to any sort of party. He's texting the next best girl because you've got this girl in the corner on her phone typing away as he's sending stuff to her. So I like how they've done this where you can see both conversations. Like he's having a conversation with this other girl and he's not actually going to a party. And you can tell there, just by her reaction, she feels unaccepted and a sense of not belonging. And she's disappointed in him and also in herself because she feels like she doesn't belong. You can see green has come more evident. It's more of a wicked green. So green has now become more evident in that it's more wicked and that she's about to do something. So she walks into the boys' bathroom planning to do something. So let's get it.
What's wrong with you?
So she then plays this evil voice, and it gives this horror genre. She plays this evil voice, and like she's gonna do something evil. We've also got that music in that background. That dun before to show that something's gonna happen. This symbolizes his dead when it went. Symbolizes that he had killed him. So it symbolizes that she released her frustrations out by killing him. Okay guys, that brings me to the end of the video. The reason why I didn't react to the whole video was basically A, it was going to be way too long if I did, and B, it just kept repeating itself. Like she killed after she killed the first person, she used the same dating app and went through and killing the other people. So it just basically repeated itself. And also C, already demonstrated how the main message was evident. So that was the reasons why I cut it down so much. And if you did like that video, please like, subscribe, and yeah, peace.